right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the All Panels workspace. So the first thing I want to do is I want to grab the selection tool so I don't keep fiddling with our timeline here. I'm going to hit Command S to save on the Mac, Control S on the PC to save, and let's go to Window and click on All Panels. And you're going to notice something real quick. A whole bunch of stuff shows up, okay? So one thing I'm going to tell you about compositing, video editing, creating graphics and special effects, it's highly recommended, you don't have to do this, but it's highly recommended to have at least dual monitors, 2 monitors, and if you can swing it, have 3 monitors. The reason for that is, this is a perfect example. I have all my panels open here, okay? Now, I'm only using 1 monitor, but I actually have 3. So if I have 3, what I can do is I can grab this panel and take it over here. I can grab this panel and I can bring it over here. I can grab this panel and put it over there, over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this and show you what that looks like, okay? Now, why would you want to have all the panels open? I can't really see a reason why you would have them all open. I can see a reason why you'd have most of them open, but depending on what you're working on, that's really why you would have all the panels open, okay? So what I'm going to do is on my right monitor here, I'm going to kind of set all this up, and then once I get it all set up, I'll show you what it looks like. A scenario where I have all the panels lined up together, and it's taking up a majority of the screen, if not all of it, but it's very organized and orderly so that I can easily go from panel to panel instead of having to click on this, you know, or select a tab, or do this even, you know. This is okay. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that if you have dual monitors, 3 monitors, you don't have to do that. You can work around it. And the good thing is with After Effects, there aren't as many panels. When I did Premiere Pro, I think I had 30 plus panels. So it was a lot of panels, okay? 18 is a lot, but 30 is, I think it was even more than 30, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I'm going to see if I can find out for you right now because, no, I don't have it open. Okay, that's fine. But, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of my screen, okay, and I'm going to mute my speakers here. And let's see if this pops up. I'm going to open it up on the desktop and see if it's there. Okay, so if I open this up, this is a picture of my right monitor. So over here, this is what it looks like. So you see I have brushes, effects and presets, libraries, content aware fill, character, align, audio, tracker, wiggler, paint, mask, internal implementation, paragraph, info, and motion sketch. Okay, why is that important to understand? Well, here's why. Because if I also can move the project panel out of here, and I can move our timelines, our compositions, to different areas, and I'll move them all back. But I essentially can move this to another screen. And then my timeline lives on 1 monitor, okay? So you can totally get away with that. And this one is kind of floating, right? It's not connected to anything. And then my preview monitor, and it's really not a preview monitor, it's the top monitor. So it's a source monitor. basically. But let me take another picture, another screenshot, and I'll scrub here, and then we'll take a screenshot. Okay, and then what I'll do is I will hit done, and I'll go to the desktop, and actually not desktop, let's go to the source here and see if we can see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see it doesn't look like much, but it's full screen. Okay, now it's on another monitor, so you say, oh, I can't see it. You're right, you can't see it. But if I open up After Effects and I bring it over here, then you get the full experience. This is what it looks like when it's the full screen. Now, why would you want this full screen if I'm only using 25%? Exactly. So let's fit it. Now, would you want to have this at full screen on a preview monitor and then have your timeline here, right? And then what you can do is I'll move this over to the right. And now I have my layers, my composition here. I can add a lot of layers here with a lot of room to work. And then I got my tools here. Okay. So again, the way that I like to work is I like to have a lot of space. As much space as I can. Right? So I'm going to bring that back. I'll bring the project back. Okay. And I think we had... Okay, let's undock that for a second. I think we had it like down... Okay, there. It was to the side of it. Okay. Now, again, this isn't bad, but when you have this, you can see everything. I mean, this could take up an entire monitor, just the project panel. Okay. And then just the preview monitor over here could take up another one, and the timeline could take up the other one. And that's 3 panels, basically. The project panel here, the timeline panel, not the timeline panel. Let me see what they call. This is a, I'm trying to see what the name of the panel is. So we have, and we don't even have all the panels open here. So the composition is open. So timeline animation and comp animation. Okay. So those are open. But again, my point is, in theory, you could have this on its own, this on its own, this on its own. That would take up 3 monitors. And what would that look like, you ask? Well, I'll show you. So one monitor would look like this, and you'd be able to see all of your project files, right, which would make your life easier. And then the preview monitor would look like this. Okay, which would make that easy to work with, right? And then you have your timeline. So, I mean, you literally could do this if you have 3 monitors. And I could even push the idea of having more than 3 monitors, get 6 monitors, and then you can really get into this and have a lot of fun. Because what you could do is this one, this could be like the next monitor up. So that way when you're editing, your timeline's here, all your tools are here, and then you look up to preview. Okay, that makes the most sense to me. So what I'll do is like I said, I'll bring this back to the side. And let's bring this back to the side. And actually, let me undock that again. And let's bring this, I'll bring it back in here. Let me just see. Let's scrap all that. Let's go to window and let's do default. And there you go. Okay, so that is all panels. All right. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.